All right, here's a question. Says solve each of the following quadratic equations. Express your answer in simplest a plus bi. Like, we need to have only a plus bi, and it's complex, of course. Means there's no real solutions for this quadratic equation. And then check your answer by using the store feature on your calculator. Okay, so forget about that. Now you have, the problem is quadratic equation is x squared minus 5x plus 30 equal to 7x minus 10. And then, so it's an equation. To solve this, let's move it all one side. There are different methods to solve this. The best one, in this case, I'm going to use quadratic equation. I'll show you what it is. So let's move all one side and have quadratic equation. So to make the right side equal to 0, so subtract 7x and add 10, both sides. Opposite of what we have on the right side. So subtract 7x and add 10. So if you add these, so right side becomes 0. That's what we wanted it, equal to x squared. Negative 5x minus 7x is going to be negative 12x. And then you have addition here, so it's going to be plus 40. Now, is this imaginary or not? This is extra. It's not asking for this problem, just for your better understanding. This is called discriminant. B squared minus 4ac is called discriminant or delta. And then if you check this, and if you plug the numbers here, b and a and c, and if this whole thing is less than 0, means you're gonna get imaginary numbers. And if that quantity is greater than or equal to 0, then you get real numbers, real solutions. Now there's more detail to this. This is the detail. If you get less than 0, you get 2 imaginary solutions. And if it is b squared minus 4ac is equal to 0, you get 1 real solution. In this case, 2 imaginary solution. I'll show you what these are. And then the next one, if b squared minus 4ac is greater than 0, you get 2 real solution. So what are these? So let's use quadratic formula. Quadratic formula says if you want to solve quadratic, you use this x equal to negative b plus minus square root of discriminant, which is b squared minus 4ac over 2a. So I'm going to plug the numbers here. So x is equal to negative b. Remember, a is 1. That's a. B is negative 12. And c is 40. So I'm going to plug this here. I'm going to have negative b. Negative b. B itself negative of b. B itself is negative 12. So it's going to be negative negative 12. Plus minus. When I said here we have 2 solution and 1 solution and 2 imaginary or 2 real solution, why there's 2 and 1? Because of this positive and negative. Those are the makes 2 solutions or 1 solution. Now, had makes 1 solution. How do we have 1 solution? Because there are 2 signs, positive and negative. So inside radical, if it's 0, this b squared minus 4ac is equal to 0. This 0, this cancels. Plus minus 0 is just 0. That's why you get 1 solution, which is going to be negative, which is going to be this quantity divided by 2a, which I'm going to be writing right now. So discriminant is, we have radical b squared minus 4ac. B squared is negative 12 squared minus 4ac. 4 times a is 1 times c. C is equal to 40. So continue this. And just like that. Over to a. 2 times a is 1. That's not a sign. So 2 times 1. So x is going to be equal to negative times negative. Here it's going to be positive 12 plus minus Negative 12, this whole thing, negative 12 squared, is going to be 144 minus 4ac. 4 times 40 is going to be, this term I'm doing, 4 times 40 is 160, right? So that's why we get here imaginary. Do you see that's 144 minus 60 is going to be a negative number. So it's this case. It's that case, which is imaginary. So you get two imaginary. That's why they're asking solve for a plus b over 2a, which was 2. So again, simplifying that, that's equal to 12 plus minus 144 minus 160 is going to be negative 16. Negative 16 over 2. And then we can simplify that further. X equal to 12 plus minus that same as rad negative 1 times rad 16. And rad 16 is what? Is just 4. And rad negative 1 is what? It's 4. Rad negative 1 is just I. So we get x equal to 12 plus minus 4i over 2. Again, we simplify it. X equal to, that's going to be 12 over 2 plus minus 4i over 2, right? And then so x is equal to 12 divided by 2, 6 plus minus 2i, and we're done. So there's two answers, two imaginary answers. One of them is, so let's get rid of that. There's one of them 6 plus 2i. The other one is 6 minus 2i. See, there are two answers for x, two imaginary answers. So the problem is done.